Have you seen the latest videos about the figure robot that developed by OpenAI? I think you have seen that there's a number of humanoid robots now are being presented by so many companies, and it's going very advanced, doing sophisticated things, and equipped with AI technology. So, are we witnessing the beginning of the rise of the humanoid robot? Hello everyone, this is Ayman Omar, and I want to talk today about one of the latest trend about the humanoid robot development. A few weeks ago, OpenAI had presented its latest development in the humanoid robot technology, which is Figure. It's an advanced robot that equipped with generative AI. So, if you see the video, it shows that the robot talk to a person, understand he's talking, can analyze what's the surrounding, and like the user asks for like what we can eat. So he didn't specify anything, he just told him that I want to eat something. So the robot directly predicted that okay, the only available thing that can be eaten, which is apple, and he just handed the apple to the user. So this shows that with generative AI you can maybe go and make the robot much similar to human. So the robot now can think almost in a way that I've never seen before. And Figure is not the only one. So Tesla also presented its Optimus, this robot, the Optimus. So this robot also is expecting to be like used in many tasks and also equipped with latest technology of AI. So can we say that like this new technology with advanced intelligent humanoid robot that we can see the rise of this technology, because now people are expecting that very soon we will see these robots going around us, doing many tasks, working in our shop, working in our home. So can we say that okay, we are entering this era? Actually, like I want to go a little bit to the history of the robot development, and I want to point out to some specific point where they were new advanced robot technology. When it was being presented, people expecting that okay, this is going to revolutionize and change the world. So the first one is the more than 10 years ago, around like the year 2010, 2011, a company called Rethink Robotic. Actually, is a company like has been established by a professor from MIT. So they presented a robot called Boxer. So Boxer is two-arm robot that can be like trained to do certain tasks by just moving the arms. So at its time, it was something revolutionized because most of the available robot arm at that time have to be programmed. So in order to program the robot, you have to be specialized in the robot field. So mostly like companies, they need actually either like they have to hire and specialized engineers in this field, or maybe train a robot that who is specialized in mechanical engineer, or maybe like automation or something similar to that field. But actually, Boxer can only just program by moving the arms. So the company were expecting that actually this technology will allow like any kind of small shop, any kind of small like workshop, small factories to use robot without any kind of previous training. Just all what you need to do, just like move the arm of the robot. So actually, there was high expectation about this robot performance, and it could really revolutionize the industry. Robots would be available to everyone. But actually, just in around in the year 2018, the company went bankrupt. So the sales were not that enough to generate enough like revenue for the company. So the company have to maybe to stop producing this robot. Even just they sold the license of this robot to a new company in Germany. Another example is the robot Pepper, which was developed by SoftBank Robotics. So actually, this robot it's a humanoid robot Actually, it does not have a leg, but it has the upper body. It can interact with human, and it's equipped with some level of artificial intelligence. So the company, SoftBank, when they presented this robot for the first time in 2014, so they released the first stock in 2015, and actually the first stock, which was around 1,000 units, has been sold just under 2 minutes from the day of the time of the release. Just under 2 minutes, the company sold almost all its first stock. So people actually were expecting that this kind of robot will revolutionize the retail shops, because in the shop now you can put this robot and it will interact with the customer. So the company, actually, people are expecting that this also is going to revolutionize the retail industry. Humanoid robot will soon going to be used in many applications. Even you can use this robot to interact with customer. It can be used for education. But suddenly the company, SoftBank, have actually stopped the production of this robot in 2021 because there was no enough sale actually of this robot. So will the current trend of the new development in the humanoid robot is going to be just something similar to what happened in the past? Actually, I want to specify some very important point around what's different in the new trend and compare it to the previous trend. First, I want to analyze maybe the reason for the failure of the previous technologies. So if you look at Boxer, actually Boxer have very big arms. And actually, when the company they release this robot, mostly they just target maybe small companies and small shops, which most probably they could struggle with the financial issues, because sometimes small shops, they don't have that big financial budget to maybe to test this kind of technology, and they never show enough scenarios or maybe enough demonstration of this robot. So that's why actually maybe there was no attraction for this robot from small companies. Even the Rethink Robotics, actually they maybe realized that maybe the robot is very big, and they redesign the robot and they develop a new robot with one arm called Sora. But it seems that this new product actually came too late, because the development of hardware cost a lot, and that's why the company could not keep on with developing new hardware and developing new technology. And also in the case of SoftBank, of course, did not go bankrupt, because actually it's a big company. Robotics is just one sector. They have several other companies. They mostly focus on telecommunication technology, and they have one of their companies is actually SoftBank Robotics. It's still in operation. They have some. They also still in the market selling clean robot, even though it doesn't seem that is there going that big. But actually, the problem of Pepper, because the main reason or maybe the main task of this robot is just interacting with people, and I see that the robot have arms, which makes it actually very costly for designing and also manufacturing and programming. And the arm, and even it equipped with hand, doesn't have that much of a specific task. Mostly just used for demonstration, which is make it not an effective system for retailers, because you can just use a screen and it can interact with the people. They can just put a screen and people just could interact with the sound or maybe an avatar inside the screen. So this robot doesn't show that it's attractive to retail shops. But now currently with development of OpenAI, of which is Figure, actually the company now is planning to use this robot in the BMW factory. Even Tesla, robot Optimus, the company actually is planning to use this robot in the automotive in their car factories. And this shows that okay, the factories is very different from the previous development of SoftBank, which is Paper they have been released in the public. So using the robot in a public area, it means it have to interact with normal people, which they don't, maybe most of them, they will not understand how to use this technology. And sometimes maybe to some kids actually they say they could play with the robot and break the arm. So you are putting the robot in an uncontrolled area, which is like open it to the public, means like sometimes the robot becomes out of control because they have to interact with people who doesn't know or does not know how to use this technology. But when you use a robot in a factory, the factory is actually in constructed environment, and also it's a fully controlled environment, and that's maybe what gives the advantage maybe to test this robot under specialized people who knows the limitation of this technology and how actually they can use it. So this, I think, is similar to what happened like more than 60 years ago with the introduction of the industrial robot manipulator. So the robot has been installed for the first time in the automotive industry, and after that had been expanded largely in this sector, only in the automotive industry. So maybe if Tesla and OpenAI they tested the robot first in the factories, maybe it gives them a chance to test the robot and show its performance, and they can attract more customers. Even though like BMW and Tesla, they are actually large companies, and they will maybe make enough like test of this robot. So if the test was successful, maybe later they can expand it to other companies, and maybe later we can maybe use this robot in other sectors, similar maybe in maybe restaurant or maybe like shops for interacting with people. Maybe in the long run you can see this robot inside home, but we're still early before we can see this robot works in inside home for services. I hope you have benefited from today's talk. Until I see you again, thank you for watching.